We thought we left the smoke in Capitol Reef. We were wrong. It followed us.
And here we are, right in the middle of the plume.
We are on our RV trip for the summer and we are running from wildfires.
You have a hard time turning around, buddy.
Yeah.
We're Kim and Pete, and this is our RV life.
All right, we're at the trailhead. It's pretty busy.
It's getting toasty. We made it to the top.
Beautiful up here. Nobody else. We saw, what, 2 other people coming down?
Yeah, 2 couples. Why don't we learn our lesson? We need to hike early when we're hiking in direct sun and there's no shade on the trail.
She'll never do it. The alarm goes off at 4:30 in the morning and she rolls over.
I don't want to get up yet.
Well, the alarm went off and Kim cannot get up.
And actually, he was up and ready to go earlier than me again today. I'm personally right now thinking about how sunny it is and what our battery level was when we left. Pete's got all of our solar panels out, so we were 50% down on our total battery capacity. Really Starlink and the refrigerator that's running while we're gone. I'm guessing we're gonna be close to 100% with all the ground panels out. I think we're gonna be around 93% is my guess. What are you gonna guess, Pete?
83.
So we'll see who's right. What are we wagering?
A nice back rub would be nice.
Oh, I'll take that too. All right, that's the wager. A
83,
nice
93.
back rub. How long is the back rub?
20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yeah.
Ooh, I can't wait to get my back rub.
Right.
So do you ever dream of food while we're hiking?
Well, I dream of a Chico stick right now. Maybe some pie when we get down here, if they have any left. The problem is they're usually out by 11 o'clock in the morning, I heard. I
forgot that there's like a rush for these pies, and that depending on what time you're finished with your hike, the pies might be sold out. I want cherry. This could be the miniest arch we've seen, like ever. That's where we hiked. We're at the top of the lookout. Isn't it funny the things that you do when you're like out in a national park or something like that? If we were home and it was 99 degrees and Pete said, let's go for a hike out in the sun and no shade, I'd be like, are you nuts? Go. I'm staying in the air conditioning. But when we're camping, it's a completely different thing because it's just part of the experience, right?
That's right. Gifford House, living off the land. We're gonna go in here and eat some pie. Mixed berry and apple left. That's right up my alley.
That's all they have left. Oh my gosh, there's a line. We have cherry. So of course they had cherry earlier today. That's what I really wanted. But by the time we got here, they were down to only 2 choices, which was apple and mixed berry. So that's what we got. We got a little bit of vanilla ice cream. But look at the cute little cookbook. The reason that I actually had to buy the cookbook is because I started flipping through it. And this is what I found. If I hiked 5 miles this morning, so if I did my math correctly, I am entitled to eat 5 pies.
I think that's a good idea.
So we did over 4 this morning, so we could have 4 pies. Look at that.
Yeah, that will do.
That looks beautiful.
All over the place.
With these little spoons. Amen?
I think so. Or giving birth. I don't know. I'm glad you left that 10% spread there so I can at least get up to like 88% and still get a back rub.
If it's 88, that's split in the middle, right?
It's a tie, so you get 10-minute back rub and I get a 10-minute back rub.
Okay. We are now back at our solar farm. Who has won the bet? So Pete's bet was that we were going to be 83%. By the time we got back, my guess is 93%. So it's the time of truth here.
Etching dead 86.
86. You won.
I won?
I have to give him a 20-minute back rub.
I'll take that tonight.
Congratulations. This is the barn.
You ready?
Yes.
Ready for some water?
I'm ready for water and a snack and a little shade.
All right. Pete's Arch.
Seeing that plume from the rooftop was a heavy reminder of what the locals were going through. Our hearts were with the firefighters and the people fighting to save their homes. But from our vantage point, it still felt like we were just observers. We didn't realize yet that the same wind displacing them was about to turn that smoke toward us. We are going back to Capitol Reef National Park. We are camped in an awesome boondocking spot. Today we are going to do the scenic drive, and we are going to stop off at a couple of places to do some hikes. Anything that you're excited about seeing?
Everything.
Everything except the smoke.
Yeah,
we have a lot of smoke hanging around in the air right now. We were down here the other day and we stopped at the pie place. We're contemplating if we should stop again, and maybe on our way back we should stop. But if we do that, we run the risk of not getting the flavors that we want. But they supposedly have some awesome cinnamon rolls.
Oh yeah, let's go back right now.
I'm not hungry right now. I don't want to.
I can handle a cinnamon roll.
I don't want to eat that right now. I want to, and it's going to start getting hot. So I'd rather go do some hikes and then have that be our treat on the way back out.
It's going to be too late.
It's not going to be too late. Guess what we're doing right now?
Turning around.
He is deciding that he cannot wait for a cinnamon roll, and so we're turning around and we'll eat more sugar before we go on a hike, instead of having it be the reward of all the exercise that you got on a hike.
Instant gratification. That's what I'm into.
Does it seem like that smoke is settling in this canyon a little bit more than it was above at our campsite? Yeah, normally it's a nice blue sky, but this is what it's looking like today. Gifford House is open on Sunday. What are you getting?
I'm getting a cinnamon roll.
You're getting a cinnamon roll, no pie.
I might get a pie.
9 o'clock, so they open at 9 and we're here at 10. Here we go again. I cannot believe we're eating this much sugar this early.
Thank you. Ooh, we got salsa.
Oh my gosh, I remember this. My grandma had one of these. This is the breakfast of champions. Vanilla ice cream, a cinnamon roll with a ton of frosting on it, and
I wish I had a microwave.
More to go. What do you think so far?
I love it. Don't you have your own fork?
We're splitting one.
Not anymore.
Really? You're such a pig. We were just saying how nice it would be if this cinnamon roll was warm. Personally, I'd like either a cup of coffee or a big ice cold glass of milk to go with it. They don't heat anything up in there. The fact that we actually have a bag full with another cinnamon roll and 2 pies after we do the scenic drive and we do some hikes, and these things are sitting in the truck, it'll be like they went through a microwave and got all nice and toasty for us. Since we got 2 of them and we only opened 1, the next one will be much better. It doesn't look super pretty today here because of the smoke. We were just talking about what a beautiful scenic drive this is, in spite of the fact that we've got so much smoke. Down here you can see really how much the smoke is settling in the canyon areas, and the visibility is getting a whole lot lower. So we were hoping that we'd have some better views.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be here at flash flood time. Look at this stuff. I don't know what that pipe is there, but it's kind of interesting. We've seen a bunch of them along the way, so I don't get it. If you know, let us know. It's old, whatever it is.
I know I look stupid. Baseball cap, sun hat, umbrella. I don't care. It is hot. And this is the only way I'm not whining horribly. Just mildly, right?
Yeah, it's just mild. It looks like they didn't give us our whole cinnamon roll. I don't know what happened here.
You pick it. Apparently there's some people around here, minis, that know exactly how to do this. Orchard is open with apricots in season, $2 a pound. They tell you what you're looking for. Ripe ones are orange and soft. Don't pick other fruit, and don't climb on the fruit trees. So you can either pay here with cash, Or if you don't have cash, if you want to pay by credit card, you have to do that at the visitor center between 8 and 4:30. Ready? Right, 3. All right, I'm taking these over to Pete after he filled our water bladder. You got a sweet tooth. We got cinnamon rolls and pies going home. But this is a better option. They should be ripe. How are they? Uh-oh, not so good.
Okay, just okay.
I think they're pretty good. Local time is actually almost 3 o'clock and it's 93 degrees and we're calling it a day.
And we have some cinnamon roll left. And I've already kind of tapped a little bit of it, so.
What about the pies? Tell me you didn't touch the pies.
Touch the pie.
They've been sitting here in the truck. They should be almost like they're out of the oven.
I hope so.
Are we crazy? Why in the world would we think this is one of the best spots that we've ever had? It's windy, it's hot, there are fires going in the background, it's cold this morning, it's just unbelievably like chaos. And look at all of that. That is not clouds, that is smoke from the fire. We're gonna dump on our way out, and we are dumping at the campground at Capitol Reef National Park.
You want to grab a cinnamon roll?
No, we need to not. I hope the Gifford House is closed. Capitol Reef National Park, Gifford House, made his keto diet go completely off the rails.
There's a line to get into the Gifford House.
See, we can't afford to wait.
Wow.
They're just opening. Keep going. Man, we should have left a little earlier. Missed the opening of the Gifford House.
I'm not ruling it out.
I am. This was our favorite hike here, Cohab Canyon Trail. And then turning right here is the campground and the dump. Look at that smoke.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm glad we're leaving. This isn't going to be anything like the dump that we had coming out of Bryce.
Brother.
Nothing is like the dump coming out of Bryce. Is dumping the worst part of RVing?
No.
What is?
Sitting in 20-knot winds for a week or 2 weeks at a time.
Really?
I don't mind this, really, as long as I don't have to see it and it's flushing. And
Why is this puddle happening?
I don't know, baby doll.
That doesn't look right.
It looks good to me.
This is crazy. This smoke is settling in this valley. It looks like it's burning down here. We know that there's a lot of forest fires breaking out all around us. We were checking the Watch Duty app last night, making sure that where we were planning on going today, we weren't going to be detoured or, that there was no fires along our route or at our destination. Unfortunately, wildfires are part of life here when you are being in the western United States in the summertime. Thank you for passing by the Gifford House.
It was tough. That's one of the toughest things I've had to do on this trip.
On to the next destination. It's 85 degrees here at 10:17 in the morning, so we're going to be expecting some high temperatures during the day. This sort of has a feel like the Forrest Gump Road.
I had run for 3 years, 2 months.
You see blue sky?
No, it's a little hazy, a little smoky. Let's see, this might be our spot right here. Yeah, so I mean, we would have our own canyon.
There's garbage all over. I gotta tell you, the smoke smell is too much. I'm gonna be ready to leave here before too long. I think it should be a nice little quick stop and move along. That's my vote.
Nice thing, there's nobody around.
That's because it's hot and smoky.
Yep, always looking at the bright side.
Pete, it's hot and smoky. Okay, I might sound like I'm complaining, but this is for real. If a state park is going to charge you to boondock, then you would think that they would clean up the sites, right? Look at this. Toilet paper, toilet paper, toilet paper, toilet paper. Yeah, this is really nice. toilet paper. Oh my gosh. This is disgusting. This is absolutely disgusting. And this is where Pete wants us to park. I can't believe it. This is gross. It's not only toilet paper, it's plastic garbage too. So after that, I have to ask you, am I whining? Pete says I'm whining. I say I'm not. I say it's disgusting, and that has nothing to do with whining. Right? Am I right? Am I wrong? Let me know. Check me. Because if I'm whining, I need to know that that's what whining, the definition of whining is. That little canyon thing back there, that's cool. But the poop-filled toilet paper is not.
We'll just stay here.
You're not touching that. There's crap on the toilet paper.
Yeah, I'll use gloves later.
Okay. Well, what are you thinking now?
Well, I'm thinking there's so much smoke you can't see.
Can't
few
outside.
miles.
We're inside
It's
the trailer
smoky.
now because it was so stinky and hot outside that we decided to come inside to get out of the smoke smell and the
Turn
heat.
the air conditioner on.
We've got the air running. It's beautiful.
And we're looking at our position on here with the visible smoke from this beaver fire, and it's not even partly contained. It's going to be here for days. And here we are, right in the middle of the plume.
Look at the puffs of smoke going right past us.
Well, Capitol Reef is right over here somewhere. So we had that
Which
this
is
morning.
exactly what we saw this
This
morning.
now.
Yeah.
So I don't want to stick around on this. I wanted to stay here for about 2 weeks because there's a lot of neat stuff around here. But I think we're going to end this trip and start heading south. So I think we're just going to go into the park right now. I'm going to try to get some drone footage, and then we're going to make a determination whether or not we're going to leave in the morning. Then we'll head south. No, we're not leaving tonight.
We were originally going to Jackson Hole, Wyoming this summer.
Yeah.
So we've got a big, huge detour now.
Yeah, but I don't want to live in this smoke. Kim's got a headache.
I think it's from the smoke.
Yeah.
All right,
But
let's
you
go.
have a headache quite often. Cracking myself up.
Cracking me up too.
Got a powerful headache.
Start heading south and get out of this plume of smoke, because this is, I mean, it is gross.
Yeah,
And
we
it's
felt
stinky.
we were excited that we were leaving it behind when we left Capitol Reef this morning. It
Yeah,
followed
we're-
us.
Yeah, we're right in the core of it. So,
You know what they say, smoke follows beauty.
right.
Ooh, look at that beautiful scenery.
There's not much color to it. You can make out the outline. So,
Yes.
yeah. We have not seen a single person.
Do you think
A
that's
single
a clue
vehicle.
for us?
Are we that dumb that everybody else
No, we
evacuated?
aren't. I told you when we got here I didn't want to be here. So don't put this we thing out there.
All right, I'll take all the blame. I don't care.
I'm getting a headache from the smoke. This is horrible. But we're going to go see what we can see right now.
Right.
And I really, really, really want to just plan on pulling out in the morning.
All right, which way are we going here?
I don't know. You're the one that just went in and paid for the entrance fee and the drone fee
Okay.
and got all the directions. So I wasn't there. It's all up to you. This reminds me of tornadoes in the Midwest when the sky gets all like gray, green color, except this is sort of a gray, reddish color. It's eerie. Can you see the people that are walking around down there? You can't. You're saying the colors are terrible?
Yeah, everything's just so muted.
I think it's getting so thick that there's mountains that we could see before that we can't see anymore. We are on our RV trip for the summer and we are running from wildfires. Our trip is now getting rerouted and shortened up, all because we can't quite stay in front of the smoke. We're not worried about any actual fire around us, but the smoke from all the neighboring fires that are within the state of Utah are definitely coming our way. And we happen to be at Goblin Valley State Park right now, and we were planning on being here for, you know, I don't know, maybe a few days or up to a week or something like that, exploring the entire area, and we are going to be calling it quits. We got here a little bit earlier today, and the smoke has followed us over. We are excited to leave the smoke at Capitol Reef when we left there because it was getting really bad, and we didn't realize that we were actually in the path as the smoke continues to cross the state. We thought we were going to kind of outrun it, and we haven't. So here we are doing a little bit of drone work. Pete was so excited to be able to fly his drones here. It is getting a little bit hard for me to breathe, so we want to kind of get out of here and get to some cleaner air and some more pleasant views, because it's really weird to like see something that is so beautiful and have it be just like all muted because there's such a like thick layer of smoke hanging out. So I'm curious if there's a way that you actually plan your routes so that you can avoid this kind of thing, and if there is, leave your tips below. I'd love to know how other people handle any kind of edits. Hopefully we're gonna see some bright blue sunny skies sometime tomorrow afternoon. I'm hoping. Interesting thing is what the sun looks like. It turns into like this bright red color.
I'm thinking it's beautiful. I just wish it was more beautiful with less smoke, but
prettier colors.
yeah, this is surely cool.
Yeah.
Can you imagine seeing this for the first time? I guess some cattle ranchers were moving their cattle through here and discovered it.
With all the smoke around, it is like you're sitting around a perpetual smoky campfire. We need to figure out where we think that smoke is going to be and how far we need to get tomorrow to get out of it.
Yeah, we can see the plume. It's not more than probably 100 miles to the south of us.
But how far is it going to move by tomorrow? What I want to make sure is that we are not like moving with it, that we are moving far enough that we are getting in front of it.
Yep, we will.
Got any ideas where you want to go?
Nope, no idea. We're going to go until we see a beautiful place, and we're going to stop.
All right. We got to make a plan, baby doll. We got to make a plan. Outrun the smoke. Get in front of it and stay in front of it.
Make a plan. Stick to the plan.
I'm glad we're not arguing about leaving and you wanting to stay.
Well, you said you got a headache. I don't want you to have a headache.
That's the only reason you'd be staying in this if it wasn't me having a headache.
No.
Are you serious?
Yeah, pretty serious.
Gosh. We're getting like next to no solar. Pete's got all of our panels out. We left this morning with our batteries at 50% down, and so we have a lot to make up.
There's our power level right now. So down to 16%, and we got to get charging. We'll find some sun. It's just ash from the fire. It's just falling out from all the smoke.
Since the batteries are so low, I'm gonna make 2 quick coffees and turn off the inverter.
And then
start packing up and getting out of here.
Sounds good.
Okay, we're going down this way. We've straightened out and we are ready to head out. We're gonna pull down this road here, and we are gonna hopefully outrun all of this smoke and ash. Cats are anxious. We normally don't stop for just one night, and they are not ready to get going again, but they don't have a choice. And here, our truck is always dirty kind of because we're boondockers, but all of this is ash coming from the fire. This trip has been much shorter legs than what we normally do when we're traveling great distances. We normally take and try to do a 3 to max 4 hour day with the cats, but lately they've been spoiled because our days have been more like an hour and a half.
I don't even have to look for traffic.
I can't wait to get out of this stuff.
Yeah, it's a little hard to breathe.
With our batteries being so low, we're gonna charge our phones and cameras and iPad while we drive, and hopefully those are all gonna be topped off by the time we get there, because we want to baby our batteries as much as possible. When was the last time we were down to? How many? What's our percentage?
Yeah, we're down to 16, and then I quit looking. Look, it's another car. Wow. It's probably the workers at the center, the visitor center. I know we're not getting anything through this smoke, but look on the Victron shot and see if you can see if anything's going in at all.
Okay.
So we got the refrigerator running. That's probably drawing 8 amps.
Can't have that. I just have my plug come out. We need to be charging everything we can. Oh, antelope, don't run them over. Look at them, they're gonna run in front of us. There's a little baby.
Oh, how cool is that?
This one over here is not at all interested in hurrying. Guess what our state of charge is? What was it the last time you looked?
When?
This morning.
It was like 16%.
All right, well, we're now down to 14%.
14? Are we going in? I bet we're going in about 10 amps, maybe.
The current right now is 12.39 amps going in. How much of that do you think is coming from the truck?
Probably 10 amps.
Diesel, don't tell me all diesel's out of service.
No. I want to go in and look at this whole block.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's a long leg for the cats.
It's okay. Yes, sir. Back on the road.
We couldn't top off because they stopped the pump at $100. 95 south for 102 miles to Arch Canyon Road, where we're hoping that there's no smoke.
Right.
Wonder how long it's going to take before we get out of the smoke.
I don't know. I'd say another hour.
How far are we away from our departure point right now?
Our departure point?
Yes.
60 miles.
60 miles.
Yeah.
And the really good news is we're beginning to see some actual blue sky. What a pretty looking boat. Wonder where they're going.
They're coming for Page, probably headed back to Salt Lake.
This is beautiful. We're seeing blue sky. We are in the effects of a wildfire, outrunning one and possibly running toward another one. We just got the warning that the trailer is disconnected.
I probably didn't get it quite snug in that little slot, so I'll pull over up here. We can pull over anywhere. Honestly, there is no traffic.
There's not much of a shoulder here.
We don't need a shoulder.
Well,
I gotta go back, snap that thing in, and be on the road.
It's back.
All right, let's go.
I think that is just such a horrible message. Trailer disconnected. What that really means.
The cord for the batteries and brakes and lights and all that stuff.
That's what got disconnected.
Yeah. We can see all blue up this way.
Success.
Yes. It doesn't look gloomy. The smoke kind of affects your mood.
Victron Smart Shunt, and we are now state of charge at 16%, and we are going in at 25.
25, we'll take it.
So yeah, hello, thank you, sunshine. Goodbye, smoke. The trailer is disconnected again. You think it might be all your fake grass back there that's pushing the handle, pushing on the handle? I think we're carrying too much fake grass. So we're gonna find a place to pull over and reconnect everything. And hopefully while Pete's walking back there, he's thinking, you know, I probably am carrying too much fake grass. Was it the grass again? Yeah. This stopping twice in, 100 miles is probably not cool.
Gives me an opportunity to stretch my legs a little bit.
In the middle of the highway. Awesome.
We have high hopes for this area. We were able to go on Google Earth, and they had actually a street view of the turnoff where the highway turns off. I've always wanted to come here. I've never been to Bears Ears. We got some good cloud. We got no smoke.
Almost 140 miles away from where we left this morning, and I think we left the smoke in our dust. Some beautiful scenery up here. This is our turn onto Arch Canyon Road. No, that's not bad. We are at the House of Fire trailhead.
This doesn't look right.
So apparently we've arrived.
Yeah.
But there's nowhere for us to pull over, park, turn around, nothing.
Oh, watch out, buddy.
Oh, shoot.
Jeep.
Yeah. Don't get too close to this edge over here.
Thanks. Can you make it?
You know where you're going?
No.
Be careful up there. There's a pretty tight, 90-degree left turn, and it's really steep. I don't know about this thing.
Do you know if there's any dispersed camping up there?
I saw one stop on the right, and it looked like you could probably
Okay.
put that thing on.
Do you think is it before that quick turn?
You have a hard time turning around, buddy.
Yeah.
If you see a spot on the right, take it. 'Cause
Okay.
anything past that, this terminates at like a real high wash. You go past that turn,
We're stuck.
you'd have to go all the way to the end and then turn this around in this giant slip rock wash.
How far is that?
I'm not even
Okay, I got you. All right.
30 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Don't go too far. If you're in that big turn, you're going to be a little like
Okay.
grit your teeth.
Okay. Thank you. All right.
Well, that was good information.
Yeah.
This is why we should scout.
Yep.
This is scary.
It is scary.
This is already kind of gnarly.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
this
not
is-
terrible, but it certainly can turn terrible fast.
Yeah, I gotta watch the rails.
You better swing it wide. Well, so if we had to back out of here, we'd be in trouble.
We're in trouble. Yeah, we'd be in trouble.
So the guy's telling us take the first thing on the right. We could not turn around in here at all. I sure hope we don't have to back down this road. So while Pete is out scouting on his bike and I'm sitting here in the air conditioning with the cats, trying to keep them calm because when we stop, they think it's time to get out. And we're on this road and I am very nervous about not being able to turn around and having to back out of here. And I'm gonna share with you my frustration with Pete because I have to get this off of my chest. He looks at these maps. We're beeping. We've got tire pressure problems now. He looks at these maps that are not like, you know, actual 3D anything and thinks, oh yeah, we can get there. Or he sees somebody that did something in a video and they may have had a much smaller rig. And so I really hate this whole thing. I want to be able to pull off into a parking area, unplug or unhitch and take the truck and the cats with us and drive down a road and preview it before we start driving, pulling the trailer. So we get far enough in where he finally decides it's sketchy enough that he's going to get on his bike and go check it out. And hopefully there's going to be a way for us to get down and park and turn around or do something instead of backing out, because this is not going to be a good back out situation. I wish he would learn his lesson. He's coming back now. Hopefully he has some good news.
So Mark's place is down there. It might be a little tight getting in there. Just this side of the wash, there's a spot that we can put the living side looking over that little wash.
Can we turn around?
Yeah. Or we can stay right by this corral up here.
I just want a place where we can safely turn around.
Yeah, we can turn around down there if we need to.
Well, we're going to have to get out of here, so yes, we're going to need
or we
to.
pull into this spot right here, which is kind of nice. A little corral. It's kind of scenic.
Pete, I don't care about how scenic it is. I want to be able to turn around. I want to be able to
we should
maneuver.
be able to right here. Let me put this bike back on the rack.
Okay. I will say that is better news than I expected here after running into that guy that was on the Jeep. I don't care about a good view. I just care about being able to safely get in and out and not damage our truck or the trailer or us in the process.
If we pulled up and came in on a decent angle and just shoved in here, you want to go down and look at that?
No, I don't.
All right.
I don't even want to look at it.
All right.
Yeah, I don't want to do that down that hill. No, we're going to stay right here. So let me ask you one thing. Do you think we're going to be able to get out of here and turn right? What are you doing? I need to understand.
I'm just going back slow and see what
All right.
we come up with.
I'm watching. Stop.
Why
Okay,
stop?
because you're on the last of the board. Let me put the
Okay.
rest of the board behind
Go
that
ahead.
one. You got another couple feet. Looks like some rain in the distance. It's nice enough to be able to just open windows. Kitties are comfortable and sleeping after they got out and had some food and water and went potty. So we are gonna go off to Blanding and do a little bit of shopping. Pete's gonna test this turn around this corner to see what it's like.
It should be okay.
It's a super tight turn for us to get back out.
Yeah. Panels are making probably 90 amps right now, so that's good. And I don't even have them all out. I always underestimate the ability of this truck and the camper. It's
Maneuvering.
I always look at it and go, we can do it. We can do it. And it's harder than it looks.
Yeah.
Always.
We did it, and we're safe, and we didn't hurt us. We didn't hurt the trailer, and
We're not proud of how it went. Yeah, this turn right here caught me by surprise. Steeper than I thought it was going to be. Look at that. Not
steeper and tighter.
Tighter.
I think
when you
we're
look on
definitely
Google Maps, it's totally different looking. Google
Really?
Maps. I love Google Maps, but man, it looks so easy on Google Maps. Get over here and it's like, what in the world? Are we on the right road? I wasn't sure that we were on the right road because I had a visual of what this thing should look like.
All right, so we're heading to Blanding. Ready?
Landing.
Let's go.
All right.
Split rock. That's what we're calling it.
Yeah, they had to blast this.
Yeah, this is not
This is
natural.
not natural. Wow.
What a job, huh? Just to be able to cross the mountain there. Clark's Ranch Market. Look how happy he looks. We're at a real grocery store. Isn't it funny the things that make RVers happy? Finding a real grocery store that has really fresh produce and all the things that you have on your grocery list, and you can find them in one place. And they're not a total ripoff in prices. It is so amazing. What a great day. We've been here for about 7 hours, and as you know, we are rushing away from all of the after effects of a wildfire. And so far, we've had some really good luck, but we've got some really dark clouds behind us right now. And with those clouds, normally not only do you get rain, but you also get lightning. And lightning strikes from storms are one of the most common causes of natural, caused wildfires. A lot of people think, well, with a storm comes a whole lot of rain. But the problem is that when a lightning bolt hits and starts a fire, there is not enough moisture that is hitting the ground to actually put that out. So we're closely watching the activity that's going on behind us, and we are going to be ready to pull out.
We aren't going to be ready to pull out.
We're going to be ready to pull out. Okay, I'm going to be ready to pull out.
Don't be so dramatic. This is just a little cell floating through. We might have a little lightning out of it.
So he
if
says,
something catches on fire, I'll get you out of here. We'll load the kitties up, get in the truck, and get out.
So the thing that we have decided is that if something happens and it's crazy, it's probably not going to come at us fast enough. We'll be able to hook up the trailer and get out with everything. But if not, we're ready to load up the cats in the truck, leave the trailer behind, and just get to safety. But those are the kinds of things that sometimes you just don't think about until you are in a position where you're trying to keep yourself safe and run away from the effects of wildfire. There's actually several burning across the state. So it's not like it's an unusual event.
I guess lightning has to hit somewhere. So, I mean, it could hit right here and start a fire.
It's not about hitting here. It's about hitting somewhere behind us, which is our escape route.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
We go that way.
And we
got a long road. We just go that way.
And we have no idea what's down that road. We just took a little walk down that road, but we have no idea if we could actually get out. And that's one of the things that actually I think about when we are camping on BLM land or in national forests, is that a lot of times there's only one way in and one way out, which you need to really think about. You need to know that. So you just can plan. It's just being aware and knowing if you needed to escape, which direction you're going to go. Right. And kind of keeping the pulse, keeping an eye on the pulse of what's happening around you, and not just get caught off guard. Right. That's all.
My motto for the day: ain't scared.
My motto of the day is be prepared and aware.
I was a Boy Scout. I'm totally prepared, but I ain't scared.
I was a Girl Scout, and I'm completely prepared.
Ain't scared.
I'm not scared either. I'm just prepared.
Do you smell smoke?
Actually, I do, and I did, and I checked watch duty and I saw nothing. There's no fire that popped up around us. I kind of looked around and I don't see any smoke around. So either we're completely paranoid about, like, you know, having another problem, or there's something going on.
Yeah, I thought I did earlier, and I'm like, man.
I agree. Yeah. All right, let's enjoy what we want to enjoy while we're here.
I'm enjoying it right now.
I am too.
All right.
I just have this little thing in the back of my head.
Leave it there.
Okay.
Okay, and these bugs.
We could leave those somewhere else too.
Yeah.
I agree. If you want to see more of RV life that isn't a postcard, then check out our video on the RV life can be exhausting. You know, it's really easy for us to show the epic hikes and the sunsets, but this week has been a reminder that, you know, we're sort of always at the mercy of the environment and what's going on around us. And so we're just sharing this to share a bit of our real RV life and to kind of give everybody and ourselves a reminder that in RV life, we've always got to be ready to pivot. If you appreciate this side of RV life, the real, the unpolished stuff, then subscribe and come along with us on our journey. We would love to have you along.